everyone, and welcome to this video. So here is all you will need to make a mason jar's worth of pickled onions. And if you're wanting to make more, you'll just double this recipe. So to start off, you'll want a sharp kitchen knife. It would be probably better to use a mandolin, but I don't really trust myself to not accidentally cut my fingers off, so I'll just stick with the knife. Next, of course, you'll just want to make sure that you have a mason jar, and a medium-sized one will do just fine. And I got this one from Walmart. I think it's always a good idea to have some mason jars in stock, as they're very convenient and very aesthetic and will make you look very resourceful. So you'll want about 1 cup of white vinegar or a vinegar of your preference. I chose this vinegar because it's very neutral, and that makes it very versatile. But you can also use other vinegars, especially if you happen to not have the white vinegar. For this recipe, you'll want 1 big onion or 2 small ones. You may not be able to fit a whole onion into a mason jar, and that's fine. You can always save the other slivers for sauteing or as a base. Next, you'll want 1/6 of a cup of sugar and 1 cup of water, as well as 2 tablespoons of sea salt. I chose sea salt because it'll make the onions more tangy, but if you just have regular salt, then that will work too. Just maybe add a teaspoon more. You'll also want a medium saucepan to dissolve the salt and sugar in. And that's everything, so let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start our prep, and I'm just gonna cut this onion into small pieces. And as you can see, my knife isn't very sharp, but if you're accident prone like me, then that actually might turn out to be a good thing. I think it's always a good idea to get an extra bowl to put the scraps in. It will save cleanup time and help you get more organized. So if you're making a stew or something with a lot of vegetables, it might be best to get a bowl out to put the scraps in for the ones that you won't need. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and combine the water, sugar, and salt. So 1 cup of water, 1 cup of vinegar, 1 tablespoon of salt, and 1/6 of a cup of sugar. And I just like to mention the measurements again as I do it so that anyone who wants to replicate this recipe can do so without pausing the video to look at the description. You'll want to turn this on medium-low as we just want to get the sugar and salt emulsified. And once that happens, we'll take it off the heat and let it cool until it's warm. And while we're waiting for that to heat up, I am going to show you my new teapot. It's like a vintage, I don't know, it's really nice vintage teapot, and I use it when I have like family gatherings, or just literally anyone other than myself who's coming over. Otherwise, I use my Japanese tea set that's over here. Or I keep saying tea set, but it's just a teapot. But yeah, so I really like this. Like, I like the design of this. It's, I don't know, it's like just very So now that we have allowed the mixture to cool, we'll go ahead and pour it in with the onions now. If you have a little bit left like I do, that's okay. It's always better to have too much than not enough. Next, we'll just let this cool down to room temperature for about an hour until placing it in the fridge. It'll probably be ready in about an hour after that point. If you like them super crispy and tangy, plan on about an hour, but otherwise longer is better. And this recipe will keep up to 2 weeks in the fridge. And that's about it for this recipe, guys. Though I did want to say a few things. So I kind of wanted to touch on something that may feel emotionally taxing to some, and if so, please don't worry about finishing the rest of this video. I want you guys to take care of yourselves always. As the months grow colder and the daylight feels all but too fleeting, it can be good to remember that it's okay to feel down or low energy. It's okay at any time, of course, even if it's in the middle of summer on a relentlessly bright and hot day. Sometimes that makes it even worse. We don't always have to be constantly churning out something to be valuable or to be valued. Who we are is enough. We also don't always have to present as bright and cheery, as if our smile is somehow more golden than all the other expressions that shape the essence of how we present to the world. Sometimes, just sometimes, the crushing weight that settles over you is just as important as the joy of the wind through your hair. Sometimes it resides in the quiet of the dark, where even getting a cup of water feels like too much. Those feelings of helplessness and despair are real. It's like they are made of flesh and bone, jeering at you, propelling you into a constant state of anxiety fueled by inaction, leaving nothing behind but the worn, weathered skins of exhaustion. But you know what's also real? You, us, and another year filled to the brim like a tinkering cup with the world's possibilities. The reminder that we are so much more than what we do or don't do, that our existence is invaluable, incredible. absolute, and tremendous. Our existence is regardless, and together we'll get through this. So treat yourself good because you deserve to experience the version of you that's not just in survival mode, but the you that you always wanted to see in a lover, a friend, a mother, or a father. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video, and if you stayed till the end, thank you. Sorry to kind of lay it on heavy for the first video, but if you like this video, please do consider liking, subscribing, and sharing this channel, as well as this video. Okay, well, stay safe everyone, and drink lots of water. Bye!